Okay, they're having to spin right now nationally that, okay, Barack Obama was between 10 and 20 points, depending on the poll, in every poll, ahead of Hillary. And polls have always been accurate until Diebold gets involved. And magically, he was winning in the areas, the 20% of areas where there wasn't Diebold. And then, of course, losing where there was Diebold, just like the individual who's the head of the Democrats right now, who I don't trust, but he wasn't the anointed one. He wasn't George Bush. He wasn't John Kerry. And that, of course, is Howard Dean. And he won in New Hampshire as high as 10 points. Some areas lower, some areas higher, but on average the news reported 9 to 10 points. In the areas that had paper ballots but lost by 10 points in the areas where it was Diebold. The three-state area, 80+% of the ballots are controlled by one company and one man. Bev Harris covered that yesterday. Bev Harris of blankboxvoting.org. She told us what to look for. Notice in Iowa, they still haven't issued the final results. Well, they can't do that because then the precincts will notice that, hey, wait, we sent you a win, or we sent you Ron Paul in second place, or we sent you, and it doesn't show that. And then there would be news coverage. They have to wait. That's always a telltale sign. It wasn't transparent. Same thing in New Hampshire. We got a lot of emails and calls and posts on the Ron Paul War Room last night that we confirmed. We called the people, and they said, well, we're talking to county officials first before we talk to you. Yeah, we went on YourRonPaulWarRoom.com and posted that our whole family voted at this township in New Hampshire, and it showed 0 for Ron Paul. But now the township's telling us that don't talk to anybody. That's what they always tell you. You better go public now. And in a whole bunch of townships where they get 300, 400 plus votes, not one Ron Paul, over and over and over and over again. So exactly what Bev said look for happened. There is no doubt there has been chicanery. There's no doubt Obama's been cheated. There's no doubt Ron Paul has been cheated. The pollsters had Paul at least getting third or second. Now remember, the polls have been skewed against him, and he had 15, 14, depending on the poll, in New Hampshire. Then magically he gets 8%, almost half of what the polls showed he'd get. Something stinks in Denmark. Okay, let's go to Bev Harris. Bev, break down exactly what we've seen develop here.
Oh, boy, I just got off the phone with the town of Sutton. Ron Paul got 31 votes, not 0. I have it confirmed from the town clerk. I asked her why the discrepancy, and she said they simply failed to put the right number on the form they sent to the media.
Sure, it's accidental.
It doesn't matter. This is unacceptable.
Shut it down.
The classic method for rigging a hand count is to write the wrong number on the form. If you go to where'sthepaper.org, that's a site that does a lot of research on all kinds of election fraud.
Bev, this is huge breaking news. Stop. This is huge breaking news. Again, tell everybody listening the name of the township. This is just one. You see, within hours we're
catching. Just one.
Give us all the names. This is huge breaking news.
It's the town of Sutton. Now remember, they don't do counties in New Hampshire. It's all done by town.
Township of Sutton.
It's just town. It's the town of Sutton, Sutton. And I just got off the phone with Jennifer Call, who is the town clerk, and she confirmed that Ron Paul actually did get 31 votes, not 0. Now, understand something. This is more votes than he got or was reported to have gotten in almost every place.
Now, we caught this because our listeners at RonPaulWarRoom.com, an entire family, the parents, the out-of-home, 20-something-year-old children, all 5 of them went down to vote, and then they watched the results, and it said 0, baby. And now you called the town clerk. Give us her name again. Spell it.
Jennifer Call, C-A-L-L, just like telephone call. And it's hard to get through to her. And here's the thing. The way that a hand count can be rigged is, and here's what they're doing in New Hampshire. The people are counting everything in public real nice. They fill out a form in public real nice, and then they transfer it to another form, and they call that a summary sheet, and that's the one they send in. And so what happened is, she said they did not transpose the number correctly and put 0 instead of 31. That is unacceptable as an answer.
That is unbelievable. Bev Harris, what needs to happen? I think they need to throw all the results out now and have a recount at least in the 20%.
Look, it's bad because let me tell you what else. If they have a recount, it will cost Ron Paul about $67,000, and there is a problem with chain of custody. I'm sorry, I've got another phone ringing, but I'm going to ignore it. But I'm sorry, it's coming over your line if it is.
No, it may be breaking news. Pick it up. Pick it up.
No, it's okay. I'll tell you, because I've been getting all kinds of things from all kinds of citizens just asking. Okay, now, in New Hampshire, we are not comfortable with the chain of custody for the recount ballots. So, it's a toss-up whether he should spend $67,000 to get a recount. Which
he should, because it'll draw a national attention to the cheating, and then if they cheat the recount, we catch them again, Bev. They got to do it.
If they do it, they have to do it statewide, because if you do a spot check recount, it can be gamed very easily.
I understand. Look, he's got to do it. I'm demanding the campaign. They have been caught. Now, listen, the campaign likes to play the highbrow, above the fray, really classy. This isn't the time for that. We saw Ohio officials go to jail this year for 2004. You called it, Bev. I called it. The witnesses called it. We're not putting up with this crap. And I'm sorry, that's what it is. Anymore, the campaign, this is red-handed. This is, Bev, I'm sorry, I'm getting so mad right now.
Well, let me tell you what else we've done. One of the things I did yesterday was I put together a spreadsheet, because I understand it's very Byzantine and difficult to even come up with data to analyze it. And I knew that was going to be the case. So I put together a spreadsheet, put it on the website for everyone to use to put their own results into, which outlined every one of the 250, New Hampshire townships and which voting system they use. And there is also a discrepancy. The voting machines gave him worse results than the hand counts.
It's the same thing with Howard Dean, wasn't it?
Yes, it is. And by the way, the discrepancy there was they gave Ron Paul about 2.5% worse results than the hand count, and they gave Hillary 5% better results than the hand count.
Which is exactly what she beat Barack Obama at. Now, as much as I love Ron Paul and as much as I'm behind this campaign, I stayed up till about 1 in the morning last night. I got up at 6, just like everybody else, totally obsessed with this. I've been scanning, tracking everything, and it looks like Barack Obama got screwed even worse than Paul. Is that accurate?
Well, all I can do is report results because, I'm under these constraints. But I will say that there was a difference between the hand count towns and the voting machine towns. And I will give you some more breaking news. I haven't even put this on my website yet. I have a report coming to me. Now, yesterday we broke the story about this one sole source provider programming every voting machine in New Hampshire. You
also broke the news that Hillary was kicking Barack Obama and Ron Paul, specifically poll watchers, out. Oh, that
was widely reported on the Internet. I was not able to confirm that because one of the things citizens need to learn.
Well, let me stop you. The Boston Globe did report it. The Boston Globe did report it.
Good. Okay, good. Okay, ready for this? Sit down.
Okay, go ahead.
LHS Associates, the firm that programmed every voting machine in New Hampshire. I have just gotten a call, and I'm waiting to fax confirmation that one of the key people there has a criminal record. Convicted cocaine trafficker.
Oh, my God.
And with not just that, but with complaints to the Attorney General already for election-related complaints.
Just like they always catch Diebold and others with convicted hackers and other, how many times, Bev, have we caught hardcore crooks working inside the elections at key places?
Well, this is the thing. There is, I don't know what to say. Let me tell you where we're at here. Another story, and it will come right into this. In Pima County, Arizona, that's where Tucson is. We've got a member of our board of directors, Jim March, has been working on a lawsuit, and they've finally been able to pull out and really getting close to proving, using all this computer stuff, that there was fraud in the election there. And they went to court, and the judge ordered them to release the stuff, and the county was resisting. They had a town meeting, and they have a video of this that's supposed to go up fairly soon. I can hardly wait. And the town supervisor said, we're not going to release the databases and blah, 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 even though the court said, okay, we'll just give you this. The citizens stood up, packed the room, and started chanting, release the files, and they did.